हाय एवरीवन। आज है 29 तारीख एंड मंगलवार के दिन मार्केट ओपन हो चुका है। ओपन होते ही साथ मार्केट ने थोड़ी सी पॉजिटिविटी शो की है, नो डाउट। बट देखिए, देखते हैं बाइंग साइड का एक ट्रेड आज के दिन फाइंड करने की कोशिश करेंगे। प्रीवियस स्विंग के जस्ट अबाउट ही मार्केट ने सपोर्ट ले रखा है एंड इफ वी टेल अबाउट सेंसेस आल्सो 500 के ब्रेकआउट के बाद अच्छा मोमेंटम कर रहा है यहाँ पर। और एक मेजर राउंड नंबर है बैंक निफ्टी में 56,000 का, जहाँ पर कि मार्केट रेजिस्टेंस वगैरह कुछ ले सकता है। You need to look at for that also. And the positions for previous year. कुछ ऑप्शन में थोड़ी सी नो डाउट बढ़ोतरी है, मतलब थोड़े ऑप्शंस गिरे हुए हैं खुद के एंड फॉल के in that ratio only they are little bit higher only. Let's see, कॉल के साइड की पोजीशन बनाने की कोशिश करेंगे, बट वी नीड टू लुक फर्स्ट कि मार्केट क्या करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं। ऑप्शन में देखें तो as such कोई मोमेंटम। अच्छा, तो वो कॉल ऑप्शन में हायर साइड में थोड़ी सी अ, जगह मतलब मिल चुकी है मार्केट को मोमेंटम करने की एंड इन दैट इंस्टेंस पुट ऑप्शन में भी वैसे ही नेगेटिविटी मार्केट शो कर रहे हैं। कॉल ऑप्शन में ही जाने की कोशिश करेंगे हम, बट आई नीड टू सी क्या होता है, मार्केट कैसा क्लोज करता है फर्स्ट कैंडल। तो बैंक निफ्टी में 56,000 का तक का मोमेंटम इजीली हो जाना चाहिए। प्रीवियस जहाँ पर हाई बना था वहीं से मार्केट सपोर्ट लेके ऊपर से आया। गैप अप नो डाउट ओपनिंग है, गैप अप में थोड़ी सी लोगों की साइकोलॉजी में बाइंग आ जाती है एंड टू दैट इंस्टेंट ओनली कॉल ऑप्शंस में भी कहीं ना कहीं नेगेटिविटी देखने को मिली है। तो एज ऑफ नाउ will not enter in the running candle itself. And for Nifty and Sensex also, the pivot बहुत ही पीछे है and 100 EM में also tells that market will come a little bit down. But in this kind of market, what market will do, market will first remove you, then after will do the momentum. So you need to be very cautious about that too. So you could have a position right now, but you need to just wait. If you look at the call option also, which price is 103, it has already moved a little bit after giving a little bit of pullback. let's not enter in here and so after a little bit of momentum, only market has given a little retracement kind of move because of the huge volume in the mind frame. This is the kind of pullback setup that people generally look for, right? Market will do this, after that a pullback, and market will boom like this. So people would be thinking that only. On that point, market has done a retracement kind of move here. But if market needs to go in this direction also, it should be doing at least kind of small retracement move. Otherwise, there is no point for the market to give a good stretch of momentum. And also, if you look at the previous candle, previously after getting the red candle or reversal candle, market has continued. So, if similar kind of scenario, people would be thinking that it would happen. Most probably, it would not. It will, if it shows also a negative candle here, then also there is a less chance of getting continued into buying side and the supports. No doubt there is continuation happening, but in 1 minute itself, you cannot conclude anything. This candle low should be taken out. Otherwise, people would be sitting easily. I'm telling about the buyers. Buyers will be sitting easily on the premium. So if the low is taken out, then there is a probability of setting into call option also happens. Spot is looking like it is also being a rejection and kind of a pullback candle. Also in put option, there is no single strength candle in the both in the call and put. There is no single strength candle which will indicate that yes, market can further continue here. For a small momentum here could be a trade, but we have to look for a good chunk of capital. What I'm saying is if you add position and pull back, it will at least do the day high breakout. After that, there could be some trap or some kind of scenario happen. So for that, if you are going, then you will just get 10 to 12 points. That is not enough for us. So you need to wait for a good setup to go on. Look, previously also same kind of scenario happened. So this is the previous time. and market has done a retracement kind of move initially, but today it has shown a good buying side. And if you look at spot chart also, it has done a first good buying side move, then a small retracement, and its continuation did not happen, and market grabbed the sellers right over here and here, also at this time also. So similar kind of scenario, people will be thinking that today can also form. Let the candle close here. I'm telling about the 5 minute candle. Let it close. Let it indicate something. Look, the day low breakdown already happened here. Hmm. And initial chunk of buyers market would have already removed. Definitely would have the positions, but in 1 minute candle itself, if I 1 minute left for the close to 1 minute left for the candle closing, if in that itself I am going for a position, then it will not be good. So there will be two chances. Once if I wait for a good setup to be formed, then also we can enter. Look, this is what happens if I would have entered into this position. In a small retracement only, it would give us a huge dent. Similar kind of scenario happened the previous day also. But the previous day continuation happened. So let the candle close. And after that, which kind of momentum happens, we need to see. So it is showing a little bit of bullish behavior. So we can go for a call put option here. So a little bit of late entry in put option only, but probability of getting target and put is higher rather than call option. So let's see. I'm expecting that previous day what happens should not be repeating today. So please stop us successfully. And if you look at this put option also, no doubt the price that we have got is a little bit higher. So, we have placed a stop loss of closely 74. So for that itself, the previous year also similar kind of scenario happened, right? But logical stop loss would be 60 here. So in fluctuation, it got hit. No worries. Logical stop loss would be 60 here. Similar kind of scenario happened. So against that, we have taken the trade. This should not happen. There is very less probability of this happening. Although sitting against the trend is also not a good idea. low breakdown already happened in the put option itself. Market has broken the low, and also it it has done some good chunk of accumulation of good buyers here. The market is trying to repeat the similar kind of scenario which it has done previously itself. Like after showing the negativity, market has continued similar kind of scenario. So which is very rare in market. You need to look at is it a sustainable move or not. I think what happened right in call option. Already market has shown us a negativity because it has taken a support of closing price. One negative candle will encourage the sellers to sell without any worries. If you look at the previous day also, after two negative candles, market has shown a rejection, and after that the continuation happened. Similar kind of scenario is happening today also. So that's what made me question about this. This is the premium that we are in. So this candle is with a good volume now. This time it is going down. Okay, so this is the premium that we are in. Once the low breakdown happens, could be a possibility that market will, because it has broken the low, it could be a possibility that it does not sustain here, and most probably it will not continue. So which means this move, this market has shown towards buying side, is going to continue, and it is repeating the previous day chart. We can't complain about that, saying why it is repeating the previous day chart. Right. So this time it is going down. So entertaining is good. It is going after removing us now. It is very helpful if I would see this premium at this price at 125. If you look at 1 minute also, it has formed a kind of W pattern, which breakout is which breakout it is doing right now. Because of the gap up, people would be having a already positive sentiment in the mind that yes, in the positive market, market will go only higher only, and it has taken support exactly from the previous day, previous high, previous swing high, which is made on last 4 days before. So taking that support market is very less likely to go. So I think this would work if a better entry would have happened. Not about the timing. I'm telling about the better entry in case of a retracement. If I would be waiting for a retracement, then it would be great. Otherwise, market would have because in the fluctuation itself, market uh, took our stop loss, right? So there is already a buying side push and put options happen, and exactly market is where we have bought it at 85. So this is what I'm doing about, right? So this is what type of momentum it has done, and both options, right? And three of the options that we have added in the watch list has done a good chunk of momentum. Expectation would be a higher momentum from here, but going above the risk management is something that no doubt probably a good chunk of targets we can get from here because we have done our first trade. So if it goes till 144, then also it is fair enough. If I place the so this is going to be the target for the put option, and in the put option that we have taken the position, this is running at 133, and market removed at us at 74, so close to more than 50 points of momentum after our exit. Let's see how the momentum happens further. Nifty and Bank Nifty both have, Bank Nifty and Sensex both have done the breakdown of closing price with a good volume only. And same with Bank Nifty also. Bank Nifty ha have done low breakdown, day low breakdown, so there could be accumulation of sellers happened there also. And because of the buying trend, this is very likely, less likely to market will continue in the selling side. Because there is a good volume in each of the candles, each of the indexes. People would be definitely equally selling you because the closing price breakdown also happened. And three of the indexes, the day low breakdown was also happened. No doubt this will show us negativity to it. So it would have the positions and all options. There could be a possibility of low breakdown, which is 44.20. So low breakdown happened successfully. No doubt there could be a continuation because the closing price breakdown also happened, getting a little bit confidence towards call option because it is not something like a negative scenario or something. It is a buying pending market, right? No doubt the breakdown is happening with good volume and this candle also continued. So could have a position and call. The loss was very minimal here. To be precise, 52 is the price that we have got. So low is 39.30. It's more right. Because it has dropped buyers and all. The low was my stop. So place it successfully. So if we have entered into a good option, then it would be very easy to get a good chunk of momentum. But it is a slight OTM option, which is 450. Possibility would be getting it ATM and next close to 15 to 30 minutes because the trend is towards buying only. But if the momentum becomes slow here, then possibility of getting diverted towards the low itself becomes very high. Look, man, if uh, it is very close, right? If it gets hit, then completely fine. I will stop trading for today. If not, then it would be a good move that we can see further. But yes, I totally agree with the fact that if the position should be in good ATM option, then it would be very good. Once the premium becomes ATM, it would be further very good for the option to be there. Almost in unrealized PNL, the almost loss is covered, and we will sit for a good target, and we will wait for this premium to become ATM. Hopefully, the momentum should be fast enough. Once the gamma blast happening in options, then it would be the move would be very faster. Yes, that happened. The gamma blast that I am telling about. So, and now we just have to wait for this option to become ATM at least. I'm not hoping for ITM because ITM would be somewhere close to 500 if the spot moves. So at least stay high breakout is something that we could expect at a bare minimum. And if Sensex also breaks out 500. Today is not expiry, so holding a premium would not be an issue. Let's see how the momentum happens and what kind of move we are gonna see. If you look at this call option also, the more ITM you will go, it will be very easier you to get the target. But my plan is if once this becomes ATM, because the 450 call option would become ATM when the spot crosses 450. So it is very likely for the spot to cross 850. Sorry, 24,450. That's why I've entered into this particular premium. A small retracement would be expected, after which market can further continue. Place a line here. Bank Nifty is looking bearish and not so strong as Nifty and Sensex. It has completely reversed. So taking loss in this position further would not be a good decision. So I will place the stop loss to cost so that no loss happen in this position. I think this should be a good chunk of momentum that we are capturing. Let's wait for the target. Otherwise, the stop loss is only of, I would say, 2 points. So against 2 points of stop loss, if I am getting the momentum, then it shouldn't be an issue. I'll be happily giving the stop loss of 2 points. Otherwise, we can see at least target of this. Hopefully, the momentum should get fast. This is the deep ITM option. Probability of getting target in this kind of option is very easy compared to this one. But once this becomes ATM, because it will become sometime or other, it will become ATM option. So once it becomes ATM, the momentum could be much faster because of the gamma value of this premium, which will multiply its delta on fast momentums. But if that doesn't happen, then definitely we have to book at cost to cost. Otherwise, we can wait. No doubt it's an OPM option, but today is not expiry, so don't need to be worried about that. Let's say I will update you about this position. So got the stop loss in this, which is not exactly the stop loss. We exited at cost to cost. If you look at the position also, it is N plus 75 because it has done a great retracement from here. If you look complete the buying side move, it's reversed completely, right? So if you look at not only in this option, if you look at other one also, which is the call option of being ATM, this one also reversed the complete buying side momentum. After that, showing a kind of bullish momentum. So no worries. Why we have exited? Because it seemed very look. It has made a low of 41, very likely to touch the 43. So I am not willing to take the loss. That's why I have exited. And also the momentum should be fast. Otherwise, what will happen? Another thing is there, right? So if in someone would have taken position in Sensex, the first target he would be placing in mind would be 80,500. So if it gets towards close to also 80,500, it will touch this line. So getting this achieved will be a tougher task because Bank Nifty is in negative scenario or not so much positive as Nifty and Sensex. So that's why exiting this position would be the best decision as of now. Because look at the Bank Nifty move. If it doesn't support us to our sustainability, then we can't get the momentum right. Because we are sitting in a OTM option, the momentum it does not happen fast, then we will be getting the stop loss anyways. Look, market has taken the stop loss, right? So it is very being very tough to know what market is gonna do in further 5 minutes, right? So I am telling you that at least this high or this premium should be become ATM. Then after we will exit. But before being ATM, it has done this much of retracement so that you can't expect it being ATM, right? So that's what happened. And probability would be a very sideways market today because if you look at the range, what market today it has made is close to 150 points. So the selling side momentum that we are planning to capture would be the best momentum as per the spot also, as per the spot only. But as per the premium, the momentum is not sufficient enough. So I think this is the premium that we have entered. So yes, this is the premium that we have entered. I think 450 call option. So this is the uh, 400 put. So okay, so this put right here would be the good move. Okay, so one thing keep in mind, once the market show you bullishness at very initial time, right? If the market is going like this and shows you bearishness or red candle, keep in mind that at the first move, any random player will sell on the first move. So you need to wait. If the market goes like this only, then it will go. It will go, let it go. But if it is a ideal market, like today's market only, it would first take the stop losses of the initial buyers, then after it would move. So every time just trust on the second move, not on the first move, because in the first move itself, people will be desperate to do anything. Anything means depending on the color of the candle, people will be doing the stuff. So there is a huge chunk of uh, persons in market who will think that if market shows green, then buy, and when market shows red, then sell. This is the typical kind of market mindset. So at that mindset also, if on the initial candle itself you are going for a action to do, then keep in mind that you will very likely to get the stop loss and the retracement itself. So just wait for the low breakdown, or at least the candle should engulf. Then after at least 60% retracement of that candle being happened, after that further continuation will be visible. Other than that, if you are planning earlier, which I have done today, without keeping in mind that this could be the move to attract the retailers also, the market trapped me easily, right? So I should be very cautious about that because if in first move itself market look it is going down because look this setup is very nice, but I should be okay. So if I tell you what exactly the psychology would be, if this would have gone right, it has gone till 60, I think 61, it has gone till 61. From 41 we are 42. From 42 we are holding. We are getting close to 19 points on a premium of 40. So this is close to 50% return. So this is what I am getting from this option. But what I am expecting is to be become ATM. So if that doesn't happen, I will exit C to C. I am not expecting any kind of kindness from market when I am wrong. And at the same time, if it would have gone till 80, or somewhere close to 90 and something after the gamma blast, then I will be very happy sitting in this, and I will be not saying that this is the wrong kind of move because this setup is nice. When closing price breakdown happens with a good volume, there is a possibility of small retracement happen. So this is what happened right now. No doubt the put option buyers are feeling good today only, which I was also, but because of the intuitive basis entry, we have taken the stop loss. No worries. If you look at the put option right now, this is the put option. We have taken position right here, right on 84. Market removed us because I told you na first move which happens just to trap. Second move which will happen somewhere close to I will look I would be waiting for this. So if the market reverses the candle or completely unrolls the candle, then also we would be entering into the position. Or if I don't want to take any kind of risk, then after this both fighting happened, once the third candle starts or continuation happens, I would be entering in this also. But telling without being in the position and telling after being in the position is a completely different scenario. So if you are doing the first trade, keep sure, uh, make sure that you are not entering into a trap scenario where market have the best possible scenario to just remove you. So if I would be placing 30 points of stop loss also, then it would be good. But this is not logical because if I can get a good target having a 10 points of stop loss, then there is no point of taking it towards 30 points, right? So this is what today's market is. Let's see what happens. Expectation is being sideways here. Market should be sideways here. There is no as such news and everything. Volatility is also high if you look at the VIX also. That's why. And if you look at the stocks, what I am telling about, in Tech Mahindra, the breakout also already happened. So on the previous executions, previous basis of candles, I exited from Tech Mahindra. Otherwise, I would be holding. But in SBI, once the breakout happened, it is showing negativity. And let's see on closing price breakdown if it shows a good chunk of momentum. And possibility of entering into a long-term holding trade would be long-term means I'm telling about 2 to 3 months. So this kind of trade will gonna be there. So let's see how the market behaves and if any observations come, I will update you.